Hello everyone, welcome to Dr. Rajesh Biogenesis Chemistry Academy, Hyderabad, Telangana State. In this video, we are going to discuss about what is a SN2 reaction. So, nucleophilic substitution reactions, two important reactions are there, SN1 as well as SN2. In your previous video, we discussed what is actual SN1 reaction. Right now, we are discussing what is a SN2 reaction. SN2 is nothing but bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. So, it is also a kind of nucleophilic substitution reaction, but see here we are going to name it as bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. What actually bimolecular nucleophilic substitution? So, why this particular reaction given a separate name? Okay. So, here we are using a nucleophilic substitution reaction by taking a organic part with very small size. So, here I am taking a primary alkyl halide, this is primary alkyl halide. Now, it is going to react with a sodium hydroxide or potassium hydroxide, etc. So, after reacting with sodium or potassium hydroxide, now this hydroxide ion can replace this. After replacing this, you may get a hydroxy group like this. This is called SN2 reaction. Okay. Now, see, if you want to predict actual stereochemistry of SN2 reaction, we need to select a chiral center which is attaches to halogen. So, here I am taking a R, next here this is carbon, carbon attaches to hydrogen, next here it is heavier isotope of hydrogen, that is deuterium, next here followed by halogen. Now, it is going to react with sodium hydroxide. Now, what happens, see, hydroxy will attack exactly from opposite direction. Now, this R will be as usual, next see this is deuterium as well as hydrogen. So, this is a new chiral center which is generated. So, now see this is 100% inversion product. Okay. So, here we are expecting a inversion. So, in SN2 reaction, when primary or secondary alkyl halide reacts with sodium hydroxide in presence of a dimethyl formamide or DMSO, dimethyl sulfoxide, that will give a 100% inversion product. Means here you are getting, suppose if it is a R configuration, here you will expect a S configuration. So, that is actually a SN2 reaction. And if you see the mechanism involved in this reaction, if you know this mechanism, definitely you can understand what actually SN2 explains and what will be a competition with SN1. Okay. So, first here I am taking alkyl carbon, here this is heavier isotope hydrogen, and see this is halogen. Now, it carry partial negative charge and it carry partial positive charge. Now, our reagent is, it is a hydroxide ion, it is a nucleophile. Nucleophile want to approach from the forward direction, but forward direction due to negative dipole, this dipole repulsion will take place, it won't give any choice to approach from this direction. So, definitely reagent want to attack from backward direction. So, if they want to attack from backward direction, here bulkiness is very less, so definitely it can interact from opposite direction. So, if they interacting opposite direction, see here alkyl group is present, now here hydrogen, later on it is deuterium. Now, this direction hydroxy group is attacking and in this direction halogen is leaving. So, both are nucleophilic in nature, hydroxy group is nucleophilic, halogen is also nucleophilic. Now, this is a complete transition state. Now, coordination number of this carbon is 5, but valence is 4. Now, this is completely a transition state. It is a transition state, it is not a step involved in this case here. So, this is very slow process. Okay. Later on, this is very fast process. It is not steps, it is not two-step reaction, it is only one step. This is very slowly interacts and this is very fastly it is eliminates out. So, finally, see hydroxy will attack from opposite to existing living group. Now, this is R, now here this is deuterium and here hydrogen. Now, it will give exactly opposite stereochemistry which is existing on a halogen molecule. So, finally, see this molecule reagent is involving in slow step. This is not observed in SN1 reaction, it is observed only in SN2 reaction. So, finally, we can say rate of reaction completely depends on rate directly proportional to. So, what kind of alkyl halide we are using? Primary alkyl halide, and what is it? Our reagent is also involving here. So, reagent is sodium hydroxide or potassium hydroxide has been used. Okay. So, we need to use in presence of a non-polar solvent. Always remember our reagent is going to be used in presence of a non-polar solvent. Okay. So, with the help of this non-polar solvent only nucleophilicity will be increases. If you are using a polar solvent, that polar solvent will cover a layer around the nucleophile and that will decrease the nucleophilicity of a reagent. So that's why in this particular reaction we are going to use only a non-polar solvent. So by using this non-polar solvent, what happens to nucleophilicity? There is no layer around any nucleophile. When layer is completely removed or stripped off, then nucleophilicity will be increases. Okay, so here I am saying nucleophilicity is regularly increases. Increase in nucleophilicity due to. So what is the reason? Due to absence of, it is completely absence of solvent layer. So we are using a non-polar solvent, that's why there is an absence of solvent layer. When solvent layer is absent, this becomes a highly nucleophilic as compared to SN1 reaction. So finally we can say that SN2 reaction nucleophilicity is very high as compared to SN1 reaction. So why? Because here we are using a non-polar solvent such as dimethyl formamide. Okay, so this is called dimethyl formamide. This is CS3 and here one more CS3, dimethyl formamide. And we can also use one more solvent, DMSO. Okay, so dimethyl sulfoxide. Here this is S double bond O and here also S like this. So this is called non-polar solvents which are used in SN2 reaction. And what about product involved in this reaction? So the product is 100% inversion. Means only one isomer is going to be expected in this one. And what about reactivity of halogens? Halogen is removed in the form of a leaving group. We know as electronegativity decreases, leaving capacity increases. Okay, so we can say iodine is an excellent leaving group. It is applicable both for SN1 as well as SN1 and SN2. You need to follow this order. Okay, and very important thing, alkyl halide reactivity. Now super primary alkyl halide is more reactive as compared to primary, then secondary, and then followed by tertiary. Tertiary is less reactive in SN2 reaction. Tertiary is more reactive in SN1. Why? Because there we are getting a carbocation, but here we are getting only a transition state. Intermediate in SN1 reaction is a carbocation. Intermediate in SN2 reaction is a transition state. It is simply we can say it is a concerted reaction. So what is the meaning of concerted? Concerted means, always remember, it is a single step reaction. Okay, so here it is not a slow step, it is not a fast step, it is a slow process. Attacking of this nucleophile is very slow. Why? Because here halogen is present in forward direction, so it takes some time to attack from backward direction. So this is slow step. So finally we can say rate depends on two concentrated terms. First one is alkyl halide, second one is hydroxide, and finally see we are getting a 100% inversion product here. So 100% inversion means here it is a optically active. We can say it is optically active. Next. And if you go through SN2 reaction, the isomer is completely 100% inversion. Okay, so wherever if you go through even advanced reaction in Mitsunobu also we are going to get SN2 reaction in this case. Okay, so here in SN2 reaction, solvent effect will play a very important role. The nucleophilicity of SN1. See, nucleophile involved in SN2 reaction is very stronger as compared to nucleophile involved in SN1 reaction. Okay, in this particular reaction, if you take any benzyl, see benzyl is also involved in this reaction, benzyl as well as allyl. Okay, so these carbons also involved in SN2 reaction. Generally you will think that only primary involved in SN2, but not primary. Even benzyl, allyl, alpha 2 carbonyl also involved in SN2 reaction. Alpha 2 carbonyl means, see this is C double bond O and this carbon consisting leaving group. This carbon also involved in SN2 reaction. Only thing is replacement with any nucleophile. Okay, this reaction also responsible to give racemic mixture. Okay, but we need to require a same kind of leaving group as well as attacking group. Suppose see, if I take C6H13 attaches to carbon, and here there is a hydrogen atom is present, it is a lighter atom, next it is connected to carbon, and see this is methyl, and here iodine is present. Now it is partial positive, it is partial negative. I am going to use a nucleophile, sodium iodide. It is an existing nucleophile and this is a nucleophile coming from a reagent. It is carried in presence of a dimethyl formamide. Now what will be the answer? Now this negative ion will attack from opposite direction and this will be removed. Okay, so existing leaving group incoming nucleophile, both are same. It is not easy to identify, but due to high nucleophilicity, now this carbon carry hydrogen C6H13, then followed by CH3. Now this is exactly forward direction, now here exactly backward direction. Now suppose see if it is a retention product and this becomes a inversion, means here this is 50% and here also it is 50%, means it is impossible to identify. This molecule is completely giving that one and that is completely giving this one if you react with this. So both will be exist in the form of a racemic mixture. So finally both are optically inactive. This is one kind of racemization. If you want to get racemization in SN2 reaction, definitely we need to use similar kind of nucleophile and similar kind of leaving group. Then only these kind of reactions are possible. Next, go through one more. See, you can expect this kind of reactions very easily with a chiral center. See, here leaving group is bromine. Now, I am using potassium hydroxide in presence of DMF. How to predict the answer? Now, leaving group is orienting above direction. Now, attacking group nucleophile is going to be oriented from above direction to below direction. Okay, you can write in any direction. See, this is one, and here I am writing chlorine. Now, I am using potassium hydroxide. Is it a chiral center or not? Yes, it is a chiral center. If it is a chiral center, now chlorine is replaced by hydroxy. It is oriented above to opposite direction. Means see, it is 1, 2, 3. It is clockwise direction, and here also it is clockwise. Okay, but see here clockwise top priority 1, 2, 3, and this is becomes R. Now here it is clockwise and becomes S. So configuration inverted. When configuration is inverted, you are going to get a 100% inversion product here, means opposite configuration product is expected here now. Okay, so see here I am using a benzyl. Now here this benzyl group carry a bromine atom. Benzyl group carry a bromine atom. Now potassium hydroxide in presence of DMSO. Now what will be the resultant answer? Now see here it will be oriented from opposite direction, that is below. This is SN2 reaction. Many examples you can expect, but always remember super primary, primary, secondary involved in SN2, only tertiary is involved in SN1. So secondary alkyl halide comparates with both SN1 as well as SN2 reaction. Now I am taking a benzyl halide, this is a bromine atom, next here followed by here I am writing a iodine. Okay. Now which will involve in SN2 reaction? If I use potassium hydroxide in presence of DMSO, whichever carbon having less crowding, that will be effectively participate in reaction. So potassium hydroxide can replace this. Now finally see here you may get a above hydroxy group and this becomes above itself. Okay, so this stereochemistry is completely changes. Now we can also expect this kind of reaction like this. See here I am writing a alcohol. Now I am using a phenol. This is phenol. Phenol is reacts in presence of dead diethyl azo dicarboxylate in presence of triphenyl phosphine. This is called Mitsunobu reaction. Then what happens? See, this nucleophile is going to be replace this one, and see finally RNR dash. This is exactly inverts the configuration. So here oxygen is directly attaches to phenyl ring. This is called SN2 reaction. It is also called Mitsunobu reaction. Okay, Mitsunobu reaction. It is advanced reaction where alcohol reacts with any nucleophilic reagent in presence of dead. What is dead? Dead is nothing but diethyl azo carboxylate. This is called dead. This is C double bond O, and here it is this one ET, diethyl azo dicarboxylate is called dead. This is used in Mitsunobu reaction for inversion of this configuration. Okay, so that is about SN2 reaction, and in order to understand SN2 reaction you need to view a video which is already recorded on SN1 reaction. Okay, so hope you will understand what is actual SN2 reaction, which will give complete clarity on reaction mechanism. Such type of videos we are going to upload regularly. We require your support every day. So try to like, subscribe and share our videos to your friends and suggest your friends also. We are going to upload each and every video which is related to basics as well as advanced level. Only thing is we are requesting you to support and try to give a comment in comment section whichever topic even you are required for your examination. Okay, thank you for watching this video. Thank you for your support.